Hi everyone, welcome to my page. I'm Peggy. I'm your 67-year-old Seint makeup artist where we use one palette and one brush to create one layer of makeup. Your makeup fits, it's magnetic, it fits in a magnetic palette, and the palette size is strictly up to you. Anywhere from 4, which is just right here, to an 8, which is right here and right here, 12, it goes up to 18, even 27. All of your makeup is in one place. So let's get started. I'm going to get these bangs out of the way. You can use a brush to apply this cream makeup, or you can use your finger. I'm going to use my fingers today because that's what I like to do most. I feel like I have more control, and I also don't use as much because less is more with cream makeup. Seint's premise is to use 3 shades to create that one layer of makeup. You get a contour shade, which goes on the hard parts of your face, a brightening shade to brighten and conceal or camouflage certain distractions on your face that you're not crazy about, and then of course a main shade to fill in. Then a lip and a cheek. The lip and cheek is strictly up to you. That is your choice. Today I'm going to use 2 shades. I'm going to use Jolene first, which is one of the shades of the season, and then I'm going to come back on top with some Sunshine State. Sunshine State is a gloss, Jolene is a satin, and also because I like the gold flecks that Sunshine State has in it, it's just going to be a pretty finish. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is tap into my contour, and again, contour gives your face depth and definition, so we're going to put it on the hard parts of our face. The hard parts being the forehead, so let's just get some up there. Then we're going to come and feel for the cheekbone. Feel for the roundness of that cheekbone, and if you notice, right about here is where it starts. That's where you want to start. You don't want to come any closer to the center of your nose or the center of your face, because especially if you're mature skin like I am. Like I say, 67, I have issues. So we're just going to start right at the beginning of that cheekbone, and we're going to go straight up towards the ear. Now, how much you use is strictly up to you. I love contour, therefore I use a lot. So we're going to come over here, feel for that bone. You can see it or feel that it's right there. So we're going to start there and just follow it all the way up towards the ear. There you go. Notice we didn't come past the corner of the eye because we don't want to draw the eye down. The idea is to lift. We want everything going up and the eye going up as well. Now I'm going to come to the jawbone, and you see how I have these 2 indentions. These are jowls. I hate jowls. So I'm not going to make them as prevalent, or I'm going to camouflage them. That's one of the distractions I really don't like about my face. So I'm going to start right at the edge of that divot and go up towards the ear, right along the jawbone. Again, come to right ahead of that divot and go up towards the jawbone. This way we are camouflaging but defining the face. Now, I'm going to use my pinky. You can use any fingers you like as long as it's the same 2. I'm just going to rub them together. See, I have a little product on both. Have them touch and come right down that nose. What you're looking for is the natural shadow of your nose. What contouring your nose will do is it's going to elongate it and make it look that much narrower. See how thin it looks already. We're going to make it look even thinner in just a moment, because what we're going to do is move now to our brightening highlight. Brightening highlight is like a concealer that you're used to with regular makeup. With liquids and powders, you would use a concealer. But again, you're going to layer, layer, layer. We don't want to layer. So I'm going to again tap in with my finger, and we're going to brighten the parts of my face that you would use a concealer or that the light would naturally hit, which would be between the eyebrows. And then we're going to come right down the center of the nose. Look how much narrower my nose looks already, and we didn't even blend yet. That's the power of contour and a brightening shade. So let's just get a little bit more on there. Then we're going to catch the Cupid's bow and the center of my chin. Notice I'm using very little product. Less is more with cream makeup. Now we're going to tap back into my brightener, come to the inner corner, and we're just going to come down the side of the nose by my eye. Over on the other side, and then we're just going to put a little bit in the outer corners. The reason that I'm not going all the way under my eyes, I have crepe skin under there. I don't want to accentuate that. That's a distraction that we're just going to put as little product in as possible. The other thing I'm going to do now, see where that divot is on either side? I'm just going to brighten it. And where we created shadows with our contour, I'm going to take the shadow away from these marionette lines and these laugh lines, folds. As you can see, the fold causes a shadow. We're just going to cancel out that shadow. Will the folds still be there? Yes, they will. But this is going to cancel that shadow, because we're going to brighten it and just do a little bit of a camouflage. If you've noticed a hunter, when he goes out, he doesn't put just one shade on his face to blend in. He uses several. That's camouflaging. That's what you're doing with this cream makeup. Now the next thing we're going to do is move to our main shade. Your main shade is just that. It's the shade closest to the color of your natural skin. So what I'm going to do with it is just place it where I don't have any other makeup. No other makeup, which is going to be in the bearded area, as if I were a man, of my face, high on the cheeks, and just down a little bit, maybe a little bit further up under the eye, but not too far. And then just to fill in right here for the blend between the contour and the brightener. There you go. That's the placement. Placement is finished. Looks silly? You bet. But wait till you see the end result. The next thing I like to do, you can start blending at this point if you wanted to. I like to get it all placed and then come back and blend. So I'm going to use my first lippid cheek shade, which is Jolene. Jolene is a beautiful shade. A lot are afraid of her because she's bright, but she's so pretty. Okay. There we go. Yeah, she's orangey, but again, I'm a bright shade girl. I love her. All right. Now, we're going to, because this is a lip and cheek, so we're going to also put her as our blush shade. That's right, you get the blush and the lip and cheek all in one. Here we go, your lipstick as well. So we're just going to put her right above the contour that we have on our cheeks, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with her in just a second. Now, I like a little bit of pizzazz, and Jolene is a satin. I need a gloss on top of that because I am 67 and it's like everything is dry. So I'm going to come to Sunshine State, and let's see what she looks like on top. There you go. I love the little flecks, little gold flecks that are in Sunshine State, plus you get that little bit of gloss on top to help with the moisture in your lips. There we go. And also, oh, I love this. Also, we're going to do like an ombre look and just put a little bit of Sunshine State right in front. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. right in front of Jolene. I love Jolene. I'm telling you, she is, she doesn't get her due. Now, we're done. And everything I used is in this one palette. It fits in your purse. It's TSA approved. It can travel with you. Could you imagine? This is your makeup bag rather than rummaging through the drawer or all over your vanity and looking for all of your products. It's amazing. Now I am going to grab my 3D brush. You can use the pointy end if you don't want to use your fingers to apply, but I love to blend with the fluffy end. Now, cream makeup does need to be set. I live in a very humid area of the country. I'm right outside of New Orleans, so it's 190 degrees in the shade, plus the humidity's high. It's like just walking out into a sauna every minute. So I like to set as I blend with my setting spray. My favorite is the one from Seint. So I'm going to see where the little squirter is because I have squirted myself in the face. Give 2 squirts onto my brush, tap it in so it's just damp, it's not wet, and now we're going to blend. Okay, so what we're going to do, I start at my jawline. It doesn't matter where you start. The reason I start at my jawline is I forget. If I don't do it first, I forget. And then I catch my profile, side profile in the car window, and it's like I have this distinct line. We don't want that. We want to soften the blend. So what I'm going to do is gently, that's the other thing. You want a gentle blend, a soft blend, not the wipe it out blend like we were taught when we learned how to blend. So we're just going to soften and drag it down our neck. Now see how I still have the shadow? That's what you want. Keep the shadow going, because what this shadow is going to do is camouflage and make it not as noticeable, this turkey neck that I have. So we're just going to blend it just a little bit. We still want that shadow there, and we want the brightening in the jowls to help camouflage them so it gives me more of a smoother chin. Now we're going to come and I'm just going to stipple. Stipple is gently, excuse me, gently tapping with your brush. And what this is doing is it is placing this makeup exactly where you want it to be and where you want it to stay. So let's just keep stippling it around. There we go. Notice I'm going to leave the contour shades alone for right now, and let's just concentrate on the lighter shades, the main shade and the brightener. Now, excuse me, we took the time to contour our nose. So what we're going to do there, too much of a blend blends the cream makeup out. We don't want to do that. So I'm just going to gently tap it with my finger. Now, do you see how it made a soft blend, but the nose is still narrow? The contour is still there. That's all you want to do. Just a very, very soft blend. Okay, you can flip to the domed in and catch the corners, the inner and outer corners of the eye. There you go. And we're just going to continue to stipple it around. Now I'm going to flip back to the bunny tail and catch my forehead. And now we're going to circle. Contour is a little bit different of a consistency than what the highlights are, the highlight shades. So sometimes you need to just swirl it a little bit. You might need to put just a tad more pressure, but not much. Not much at all, just to get that blend in there. Now, that's it. You don't want to blend anymore. See how it just married the ends together of those 3 shades. This is like a new concept in makeup. It is mature skin friendly, and it is a game changer in the way that you will wear your makeup from here on out. It is wonderful. Now, we're going to come to this distinct line on our cheekbone. So what I like to do is stipple up and down twice just to soften that contour just a little bit. Then grab it and stipple up, catching my lip and cheek shade, whatever it may be. Today, my lip and cheek shade is Jolie with a little bit of Sunshine State. There you go. This is what you're looking for. You still see the darker shadow, but you don't see a distinct line. And then the lip and cheek goes up. Therefore, when someone looks at me, their eye goes up. Now let's catch the other side. And now let's just stipple up into the temple. There you go. Now this is when some make a mistake because you blend too much. You don't want to blend it all in together. That will make a muddy mess. So you have to totally forget what you were taught about blending and blend softly. Very softly and basically not a lot. There you go. We are done. Full face, using one brush and one palette. Now this is a double-decker palette, and there are some triple-decker ones because, again, you notice I have room for just a little bit more. Well, what we're going to do now is, the glow is wonderful. If you like this glow and you aren't in a humid area like I am, then you can stop. You are totally and completely done. I need just a little bit of powder because I need to double set simply because of where I live, which is in Southeast Louisiana. Hot, humid, yuck. So I'm going to grab my Vanilla Dust setting powder from Seint, get a little bit on the brush, and just come around just in a few areas and double set this makeup. Again, if you're in the area of the country where it's not 110 degrees in March, then you probably will only need to use either or. You can use setting spray or powder. I use both because of the area that I live in. So here we go. We're just going to set it just a little bit again. Notice I still have the glow, but I have that double protection against the heat and the humidity when I go outside. There we go. We're done. We are totally done. How do you get started with Seint, this miracle makeup for mature skin? That's easy. That's what you have me for. I would be honored to color match you. A color match is totally free and no obligation whatsoever. If you buy nothing, that's fine. It's just my gift to you. So how do you do that? You're going to stand in front of a window looking outside. Pull back your curtains, pull up your blinds. And you're not going to have any makeup on. I know, so scary. But don't worry, don't worry. I'm the only one that's going to see that selfie. So what I want you to do with no makeup, catch your face, your neck, and a little bit of your décolleté so I can tell you the 3 shades that would be the best for your skin. There, with my color match link, there are a couple of questions to answer. Do you consider your skin to be fair? Do you consider it to be oily? Do you like your contour defined, which would be more of a defined jaw? Or do you want it to look natural? Just simple questions like that. Nothing really terrible. Then look straight into your phone and take a selfie. Don't put it up here and don't put it down here. Put it eye level and take your selfie. Upload it to the link and you're done. Send it to me and I'll take it from there. I'll give you my suggestions and you basically decide what you want to do at that point. I so appreciate all of you being here with me today. I love your comments. Let me know where you're watching from. I always like to see kind of where I end up in the world. And you be the reason someone smiles today. Again, this is Seint 3D Makeup. I'm Peggy, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me.